this is good. Hey there, Dawn. Nice to see you again. Well, tonight we're eating a air fryer ribeye steak. I got 4 eggs, a little bit of Munster cheese on top, and an Alaskan reindeer sausage. Now, last night I wound up eating 2 ribeye steaks, and I think at least 1 reindeer sausage last night. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what was going on. I was just really, really hungry, so I had 2 steaks last night. I got my cat over here trying to get in on it. See if I can get a little piece of fat for the cat. Here. Come here. Come here. You want it? You're going to have to come get it. Come on. Oh. There you go. Wow. That's good stuff. I am just flat worn out today. I had a long day with trying to deal with our new insurance that we have. It just took forever to get any resolve to anything. You got to do all these new policies with these logins, the amount of logins and new passwords and stuff like that. It just took forever to get set up. All right, 2 burgers and 4 eggs. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Yeah, I got 4 eggs. And I did go a little bit of cheese. It's winter time. It's a good time to enjoy some cheese, is in the winter time. Cheese winds up slowing my weight loss down, so I'm at a point right now where I'm just happy if I can get through the winter. I'm not too worried about weight loss over the winter time. Yeah, just an air fryer ribeye steak. I wound up cooking this one a little bit longer because it was slightly frozen. But yeah, man, I can't say enough about these air fryers. I'm gonna eat you. No, I just gave you a piece. You can't have that one. Here. You can have that. Go ahead. That one's yours. There you go. Yeah. Got my wife and daughter over here. They're getting ready to go to a movie night tonight with the kids. Yeah, cheese is good. The only problem with cheese when you're trying to lose weight is it kind of slows things down. And it's super easy to overindulge in cheese. Yeah, whenever I'm eating a fatty steak, the kitty over here, the cat just loves steak. She's always begging for little fat pieces. Go figure. Cheese is pretty darn good, huh? The problem I had with cheese before was just I ate too much of it all the time. Just eating pizza. Thank you, Lisa. You got it all handled there. I didn't even see it. Half the time I see the comments are removed, and I don't know what it was. But if it wasn't okay to be there, then yeah, it gets removed. All right. Come here, kitty. You want some more? Go ahead. Hey, Your turn. Let's see. Let's get her in here. Oh, here she comes. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Her nails were.
You're a good kitty. So right here I got approximately, I'm guessing right around 25 to 2600 calories that were on this plate. With the 4 eggs and the cheese and the steak and the sausage. This will be the only meal I'll eat today. That's mine. No, that bite's mine. Oh yeah? If you don't knock it off, I'm going to put a funny costume on you and make you run around. I don't eat veggies. Let's see, who said that? Lonely Man. No, Lonely Man didn't say that. Where are the veggies? Phil K. Yeah, I do the carnivore diet mainly, so if I do have vegetables, it's on a rare occasion. It's only specific vegetables. Celery, maybe some cucumbers, a pickle. Pretty much like ketosis friendly vegetables. So a lot of the traditional vegetables I used to eat that gave me a lot of problems, digestive issues and all kinds of other stuff. One of them was spinach, kale. Another one was Brussels sprouts. Cabbage really didn't mess me up too bad, even though, you know, kale is basically a mutated version of a cabbage. I used to eat a lot of broccoli. That messed me up too. I've been kind of okay with carrots, but I don't even like to eat a lot of them, so once in a while maybe some carrots. But I haven't had any carrots in, oh shoot, like since my wife had her garden. So it's probably been over a year since I ate a carrot. So yeah, mainly I just eat, every night I have a steak. I try to have some eggs if I feel like cooking them up. Super quick, super easy. I can have this whole plate ready in about 20 minutes tops, and then I'm sitting down and I'm eating. I think sometimes it takes me longer just to set up a live stream just to get it somewhat ready to go. Hey there, preacher man. Yeah, it is just pretty darn decent. I thought about making some shrimp, but since I've been taking iodine supplements, I haven't really been craving shrimp. I don't know if any of you know this or not. I got a big interview coming up this Sunday. It's going to be a pre-recorded interview discussing my weight loss and a little bit about my progress and stuff like that with a bigger YouTube channel. I'm definitely looking forward to that interview. Now, it's something I was tossing around in the very beginning of my weight loss journey, but at that time I wasn't ready to be doing interviews or anything like that at that time. I was still horribly carb addicted. I was trying to figure out my own journey, and it took a lot of time. You guys leaving? Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're going to go see how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Okay, have fun. Come here. I love you. Yeah. Have a good time. My littlest daughter, my youngest. Okay. I love you, dear.
I love you too.
Have fun.
Sorry, I need my water.
Okay. All right. So my children are officially out of the house. That means I can make as much noise as I want. Nobody's going to hear me. Take care, dude. Hey, thank you there, Belina Town. What is your take on oxalates? My personal take on oxalates is I avoid them like the plague. Now, I had to do a lot of time to actually research oxalates and try to figure out what had oxalates and what didn't have it, what had the most of it. And that was kind of mind-blowing. I mean, you can do that. It's pretty easy. You can search it on Google, and it'll bring you a whole list of all kinds of stuff with oxalates in it. And then some of those things, like almonds, for instance, holy cow, there's a lot of oxalates in almonds, especially raw almonds. Now, it seems like all raw vegetables contain a much higher oxalate level, which can potentially cause kidney stones and stuff like that. It's not the dairy. I used to think it was the cheese. No, it wasn't the cheese that was giving me the kidney stones. It was everything but the cheese. All the vegetables I was consuming was giving me kidney stones and giving me all kinds of chronic issues with my digestive system. And some of those issues, I don't know if I could ever repair. But so far with the carnivore diet, things have been working out really nicely. My stomach's been feeling much better. I think my wife forgot her phone over here. I texted her to let her know that she left her phone, but that probably wouldn't help, huh? Oh, here she is. Are you looking for this?
That, and I'm in a tank top. I need a hoodie.
We were just talking about you forgetting your phone, and I couldn't text you.
I was like, oh, I can't take any pictures.
I don't know how you ladies are, but she's one of those that as soon as she leaves the house, I can guarantee she's going to walk right back in. Almost every single time, about at least 98% of the time. She leaves the house and then she has to come back in. And then if she's out, you know, let's say out in Wasilla, she says she's going to be home by 8 o'clock. Expect her home by 10 o'clock, 11. Just kind of how it works. She winds up hanging out with family and talking and having a good time. But so far, my week's been going pretty good. We've been having some weird weather up here. It's been, some people say it's unseasonably warm here in Alaska right now. But I mean, it's different every single year. I mean, I haven't really experienced one winter that's exactly the same as the previous winter since I've been here. They're all different. Sometimes it's warmer, sometimes it's colder. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm definitely going to finish that. At some point. Kind of why I like doing these live streams and eating at the same time, because I don't eat it like just super fast. I can kind of chill out, have a conversation.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye, dear.
Oh my gosh, I don't know where my vape is.
See, she's back again. She just walked out. She's right back in the door. That fast.
I don't know where I left my vape.
I don't know where you left it either.
I don't see it.
Was it in the bedroom? On your dresser?
I don't know.
Things just magically disappear. Is that steak number 2? Oh, this is my only steak tonight. I had 2 steaks last night. I think the main reason I had 2 steaks last night is because the day before I had like an emotional situation go on and I got into some off-scale food. Now, myself along with many other people out there were emotional eaters. My dog, for instance, she was having a really hard time. And yeah, so that was a problem. She wasn't able to get up to go outside. She's getting old. She's completely recovered from whatever it was, but she wound up making a mess twice on the floor, and she felt really bad. And we had a conversation about, you know, it might be time to put her down, because she's a 14-year-old dog, and she's lived a good life, but she's not showing any sign of pain whatsoever. She was just unable to get up on her own. And she obviously felt bad. You know, you could tell just by looking at her expression that she felt really bad. That, you know, she messed in the house. She thought she might be in trouble. And thankfully my wife was sleeping when that happened. And I was just kind of calming my dog down and just trying to take care of her. But yeah, I was pretty worried. So we talked to some friends of mine, And they had some recommendations for basically it's like a mobile veterinarian that can come over and take care of, you know, putting our puppy down, which is something we don't want to do, by the way. I don't know anybody that wants to. That's one of the hardest adult decisions I think any adult has to make as a pet owner is, you know, when is it time? And I'm to the point now where if she does it again, I'm just going to clean up her mess. We're not even going to have that discussion. If she starts showing signs of pain, you know, then we might consider it at that point. But right now, she's not showing any signs of pain. Oh, thank you, Marita. Yeah, this is good. Look at this. Look what I got here. Isn't that pretty? She's a pretty kitty. Hi. Say hi. You're a pretty kitty. Pretty kitty loves steak. I will find you another fat piece. Hold on. Most of the fat's gone already. So I made some top sirloin last night. I don't know if any of you are familiar with how big of a deal of fat this is on it. So the fat's really thick and it runs all the way across the top of the steak. So I found out in the air fryer, if you make some really tiny slits along that fat, it makes super delicious crunchy bits. You know, kind of like this is kind of like burnt and charred fat, kind of like bacon now. And my cat wants it. Why? Why do you give me a stink eye? Hold on. Okay. This cat is demanding. Go ahead. She's gonna sit over here and eat it like she just killed a mouse. Now the only seasoning I've been using is salt. I had to order some more Redmond's garlic salt. That's one of my favorite salts to put on steak is the Redmond's real salt, garlic salt. Gives it a nice flavor. No, you can't steal this. It's mine. I'll share with you. You're a brat. Okay. I got a fatty bit here. Even though Daddy likes the fat. There you go. Yep, eating dinner with my cat. I got 4 cats and this is the only one that likes steak. Go ahead, take that little piece. Ah. All right, hold on. Hold on. Here, I'm trying to get this for you. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's yours. Yeah, very nice. You're a good kitty. Or else I wouldn't feed you like this. This is my best hunter. So I live in an old 1975 trailer home here in Anchorage, Alaska. And it's got plenty of holes. So this time of year, the mice like to come in. And if any mice come in this place, this cat right here takes care of those. Just tears them up. And she eats them all too. Yeah, cut off some more, even though I like the fat. I hear my other cat playing with Christmas ornaments. Hey, has anybody set up their Christmas tree yet besides me? So that was something fun to do too. My kids got really, really into setting up the Christmas tree this year. They were pretty excited. Wow, we got 96 people watching, and I got like a totally dead comment section, which is rare. I'm all like, okay. Here you go. Oh, you can have it. Here. Here. Go ahead. You're my buddy. So this is the cat that snuggles me every night. So as soon as we're done eating, we'll go take a shower. I'll go to bed. This cat will be right there. Wanting to snuggle up and get warm. Hold on. She's loving the steak. She loves the fat. I'll eat the steak. You can have the fat, even though I want it. Here. Ah, there we go. Get it. Come on, tear into it. That's delicious, huh? Ah, she took the whole thing off. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Oh. Well, that's it for the steak. Here, my dog. Oh, this is my dog that I'm worried about. I was really worried about. She's all lumpy and bumpy, and she's got stuff going on. But she was kind of stuck just like that. She couldn't get up to go to the bathroom. I couldn't imagine being like that, having getting into my old age and not being able to take care of myself when it's time to go to the bathroom. Having other people take care of me. That's part of the reason why I started losing weight in the first place, is because I was dangerously close to being stuck in the bed and needing adult diapers. I mean, that's how fat I was, 435 pounds. I know there's a lot of people out there that got heavier than 435, but I couldn't move. I couldn't hardly do anything. It was absolutely miserable. Something is wrong with my chat. I don't know why there's nobody chatting right now. I wonder if I hit a button again. I don't think I hit a button again. Somebody try to comment. Let's see if that'll work. I'm not sure why. It did this to me last time I did a live stream. Like, everything was going real smooth. I had a really good comment section going on, and then all of a sudden, that's it. Nothing. Nothing. So chat filter. Let's see. Try that button. See, there it is. I don't know why it did that. I didn't even touch the screen this time. But yeah, I see you there, Lisa. Thank you. I'm down, just watching, I am down 173 pounds as of my last doctor's visit. According to my scale, it's going to be less than that. But according to my doctor's visit, I went there, it said I was 168 pounds on the scale. I'm sorry, 268 pounds on their scale. And then I came home. Of course, I'm fully dressed at the doctor's office, so I took all of those clothes and put them on my scale just to see what I weighed. And there's a considerable amount of weight in clothing. I think it was over like 6 pounds or something like that. So I think the total amount was 173 pounds. And it's wintertime. I don't really care anymore about the weight loss until spring. I'm not saying I'm going to revert and try to get fat, but I'm just not going to focus on forced weight loss. Now, I might do another sardine fast. Is something I might actually consider here pretty soon. But a sardine fast, it's a powerful fast, lots of nutrition, and I also have to just be in the right state of mind in order to do a sardine fast or even an egg fast. It's important to be in the right state of mind and prepared. You know, have your before and after plans, your during plans, and actually want to do it. You can't just start a fast and then just muddle your way through the fast like, oh, I got one day out of the way, I think I'll do another day. No, you have to plan, okay, I'm going to do 4 days or I'm going to do 5 days. So you need that set in stone before you even get started, because your mind will really play tricks on you and it'll screw up your fast because it doesn't know what you want to do because you don't know what you want to do. And that's how fasting really works. It's a mental state, you know, as well as a physical state that we get into. But in order to go any type of fast, it doesn't matter if it's fasting without food, you like 5-day water fast. That was a powerful fast. That was one of the most powerful fasts I think I've ever done. It was a 5-day water fast. And that's literally nothing but water, vitamins, and electrolytes. 5 days. And that was what I did. That's what I first started doing when I first started losing weight. It was a water fast. It was empowering to know that I completed a solid 5 days. And everything went really well. It was also very mind-blowing that I didn't need nearly as much food as I thought I did, because I was consuming food around the clock, it seemed like, nonstop before I started losing any weight at all. But that first 5-day water fast really showed me something that, like, wow, I'm just an average Joe that drives a big truck. I figured out how to do this. I lost 30 pounds in 5 days, 30 pounds in 5 days, but most of that was water. H2O was coming off of everywhere. And then I had a lot more water to go. I did a 3-day last week. Yeah, sometimes like a 36-hour, I was experimenting with a 36-hour rolling fast. So that's 36 hours no food, with a 6-hour feeding window to get your nutrition in, and then roll back into another 36 hours. That one made my head go, I can't do that one. I made it through the first 2.5 days of that, and I was like, my brain just won't calculate the clock anymore, because in order to do it, you got to like really focus on timing, and it was just, the timing was just not making sense in my brain. So it just, yeah, I kind of failed at that. I was trying to do a solid week's worth of 36-hour fasting with 6-hour feeding windows, and since it was kind of like a rotating clock, it didn't work out as well as I thought it was gonna. I thought it was a great idea. The only reason I thought of it was because I was watching another YouTuber that's done it several times pretty consistently, and he's lost a considerable amount of weight. I mean, he's a little tiny dude now. I mean, I'm tiny in comparison to what I used to look like, but hey, he's really tiny. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to get super tiny. So right now I'm looking at losing another 30 pounds to get myself down to my goal weight of 234 pounds. 235 pounds is my goal weight. And yeah, I'm getting dangerously close to that. And I say dangerously close because once I get there, I have to come up with another plan. What am I going to do? Because I've done all this weight loss up to this point with little to no exercise. So, okay, am I going to start exercising more? Am I going to be forced to exercise in order to get to my goal weight? That's another question I've pondered quite a bit. It's like, am I going to lose the weight, or do I have to force it? And I kind of worry about forcing anything in the wintertime, because it'll make everything go backwards, and I'll wind up gaining 10 or 15 pounds, and then I'll lock up. Then I'll be stuck in a plateau for like until spring. That's what happened last winter. That sucked. I don't want to be in that spot. Lost like 40 pounds that 30 days ago. Right on. Just watching. You're doing great. I'm happy to hear that. Sherry Morgan says, no fasting for me over 18 hours. That's fine. I mean, personally, I like to do the 24-hour fasting, you know, OMAD type lifestyle. I find that works incredibly well. For starters, we don't need to graze throughout the day. We don't need to wake up in the morning and eat breakfast. We don't need to have snacks. We don't need to have calorie-dense drinks all day. Once I cut out all of that stuff, it was just so much easier for me to focus on just go to work, take care of my job, just drink my water and electrolytes, and then come home. But it took me a while to wrap my mind around not snacking at all. So I was coming up with carnivore snacks, like little beef sticks, beef jerky. I was bringing in hard-boiled eggs. And I went through a transitional process to get to the point now where I don't care about food until I get home and at dinner time. That's the only time I eat food now, is around dinner time. Throughout the day, nope. I get offered food all the time, and I'm just like, no, thank you. I'm fine. I'm good till I get home. And it works. It works so incredibly well. So that one meal, that tonight's meal, I think was 2,600 cal. Yeah, 2,600 calories. Yeah, that's about right. So that one meal will get me through all the way through to tomorrow, and it'll still keep me in ketosis. I'll still technically be losing weight if that's how my body wants to behave right now. It could be Jerome, Sherry. Yeah, I think his name might be Jerome. He's a little tiny guy. He wears glasses. He's really cool. He makes some awesome videos. I mean, I admire the guy because he does some really crazy fasting. And but for him, fasting is about lifestyle. And for me, fasting is about educating myself. And I think that's what the majority of people that are in the fasting community are doing anyways, is they're just basically doing self-education. They're learning about themselves, what they're trying to control their cravings. They're trying to control their hunger. They're really, really dialing in how to go into a fast, what to do during the fast, and most importantly, what the plan is after the fast is over. Because without a solid plan, not eating food is just simply starving. And if you got food available, you're technically not starving anyways. You're forcing yourself not to eat. So, but starving is not what fasting's about. Try to be the very best at Pokemon Go. I have played Pokemon Go for years. I still play Pokemon Go, Dawn. I find it fun, although they kind of overcomplicated the game. They put too much crap inside the game now, and they actually pushed inflation into the Pokemon Go game. So the price of things went up. It's like, this is imaginary stuff, guys. Why is the price of something inflating? And then they took away a lot of the perks that we used to have, and it's just not nearly as much fun anymore. A lot of the diehard Pokemon Go people here in Anchorage, they kind of just boycotted the game altogether, and they're playing something else now. My wife went out of town for 30 days. I was very depressed. I fasted 4 days, ate one thing, fasted for another 3 days, ate one thing. Did this entire time while she was gone, just out of depression, just watching. Be careful when you do that. It's one thing to fast, for health reasons and try to figure things out, but that type of fasting there can be really dangerous, because you're not coming, unless you have a diehard plan, like, okay, when I'm done being depressed about whatever it is that's keeping me from eating, what are you eating when you come out of the fast? You can't just, well, you can. I shouldn't say can't, because people can do anything. I've found that out myself, because I figured out how to lose weight with no effort. But my point is that when you come out of a fast, it's kind of risky to just come out of the fast eating like solid whole foods right away until we get our gut, set up, because the bile production is way down. So if you eat the wrong foods, you eat, like too much protein right after a hard fast, then you can mess up your gut a little bit, not in a horrible way. It's just going to create a lot of uncomfortable bowel movements with diarrhea and cramping and stuff like that. You could also dehydrate yourself slightly because of that, because if there's not enough bile, it's just going to try to force that food out as quick as it can get it out, because it doesn't know what to do with it. It wasn't expecting food because you just went 3 or 4 days without food. So that's the only reason why it's a little kind of risky, because it just does stuff to your insides. Oh, a 90-hour rolling fast. That's amazing. Huh. I don't know about that. 90-hour rolling fast. How many days is that? So 24. That's pretty close to, what, 4 days? 90 hours is 4 days. But, let me see. What happened here? Okay, that should be on. Huh. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you guys just aren't talking much today. I'm just used to this. I mean, there's 52 people in the stream. I usually get a lot more chats with, 10 people in the stream. I get a pretty active chat section. But overall, the week has gone pretty well. I'm surprised tomorrow's Friday, by the way. I looked at my calendar on the way home tonight. Yeah, I see you there, Lisa. Okay. I was just wondering. It just seems weird because usually we get spammed or we get a lot of stuff for you to do, Lisa, to like removing just weird stuff that people put sometimes. And I appreciate you for doing that too. But yeah, it's just, it's a slow stream, which is fine. But then again, I have to remember I haven't been very active with my live streams lately. And that has a lot to do with the traffic and the people coming and going. And it's also Thursday. So maybe Friday. I don't know. But yeah, I was trying to figure out. I'm not predicting any weight loss for this week. For one, I haven't really been focusing on weight loss. I've just been focusing on maintenance. So, yes, I am old. You're pretty quick there, Ryan. I'm glad you showed up. Because Ryan figured out that if you got gray hair and you're slightly balding, that you might possibly be old. This is why I love people like Ryan. Thank you for joining. Let's see. That's my... Look, you have no traffic. Actually, I got quite a bit of traffic. You should have been here a few minutes ago. It's pretty interesting. Let's see, Don. Let's see, Don wants to know who I'm recording with on Sunday. So we're doing a pre-recorded interview with Dave Mack. And this was something I talked about doing early on in my weight loss journey after I lost the first 100 pounds in 15 weeks. But at that time, I haven't gained enough knowledge at that point. 15 weeks of doing something good is great. Losing 100 pounds in 15 weeks was awesome. Having the mental capacity to sit here, basically across the room from another person that's been doing stuff for, many years, and, trying to have a conversation about this or that. At that time, I really didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I knew how I got there and how I did it, but I didn't realize, just how powerful what I was doing was, if that makes any sense. I probably didn't make any sense at all there. I just talked myself in almost a circle. But after a year and a half of doing these things, because I focus on every week is its own individual week. I don't focus on a month at a time. I focus on one solid week, weekend to weekend. My work days are Monday through Friday. That's the time that I focus on really, really hard specific things. Like if doing an egg fast or a sardine fast, I'll do that Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm doing other stuff, maybe around the house, different types of nutritional stuff, maybe some off-scale type stuff, which might not be as healthy. That's what the weekends are for me. And then the following week comes up, I'll come up with a new crazy idea. Like, all right, well, I'll try this week. I'll be doing nothing but ribeye steaks for a week. And then I'll do another week after that. And I'll do try another egg fast. An egg fast has always provided weight loss, like lightning fast. And I can eat as many eggs as I want and I can lose weight. But yes, I am definitely planning on doing another sardine fast. Mainly to see if I can actually get some weight loss in the wintertime. I'd be curious to find that out. Because usually in the wintertime, my body just says, you're kind of hanging out where you're at. I might go up a little bit, might come down a little bit. But I want to see if I could get some, dramatic weight loss out of another 5-day sardine fast. Let's say that. Monday through Friday. As many sardines as I want until Friday. And see how that goes. But I have to be mentally prepared for that. So I could probably plan that for maybe next week. But depends on how Sunday goes, because Sunday is my interview day. and we're going to have a little bit of, talk there. So I'll probably plan on a live stream Sunday after that and see how that goes. Thank you, Lisa. I like how she just kind of sweeps the floor. How did you lose that much weight that fast? Well, like I said, Ron, I just start out simply with a 5-day plan. Whatever I'm going to do. So for a while there, I thought fasting was like the ultimate thing, because when I started my weight loss journey, I was fasting a lot, which is simply, coming up with a plan, not eating food for a period of however many days or however many hours. And then on the weekends is when I would break my fast or whatever I was doing. So some weeks I was doing 24-hour fasting with dramatic results. So I go 24 hours, then I finally eat something. I normally give myself, like right now, I've been doing a OMAD type lifestyle a lot. Let's see, since I got back from Nome, and that's been a while. So yeah, I pretty much just eat only one meal a day with a 2-hour feeding window. That works incredibly well. But you got to remember, throughout the day, you got to have electrolytes and you got to drink water. Now in the winter, I don't lift any weights yet, Dawn. I've been thinking about it, but I've been really wanting to see if I could reach my goal weight with little to no exercise. Just to say that I did it, that's kind of what I was coming up. It might be a stupid idea, but getting this far with little to no exercise and going to work, that's it. That's it. As a truck driver, I mean, key elements there. I'm a truck driver. I do a little physical activity, but nothing like getting a workout. So dropping and hooking trailers, yeah, getting in and out of the truck, that's a little bit of work. Opening, closing doors, it's a little bit of work. But with the weight loss, being naturally active comes a whole lot easier now. I don't have the achy back. I don't have aches and pains. The carnivore diet has basically eliminated all back pains, joint pain. I mean, I had pain everywhere. I had arthritis in my hands. It's gone. I mean, it's just been amazing. Started working out seriously yesterday. Seriously sorted day. Wow. Hey, Gary, are you doing the carnivore diet by chance? I know you've been around a long time, but I don't remember if I asked you what you were doing. How much do you weigh, and what is your weight parameter for where you started to your goal? So okay, when I started my weight loss journey, I was 435 pounds. Now, when I got to my doctor's appointment and we weighed on the medical scale last week, I was down to 268 pounds with my clothes on. And then I came home, did a video about my blood work, and yeah, I had about 6 point something pounds of clothing. So 268 minus 6 pounds. I mean, that's the lowest I have been in this weight loss journey. It's the lowest number that I have been in like the last 10 or 15 years. And that's all has to do with the fact that I'm just doing, these diets or these, weight loss experiments. And that's what I consider it, is weight loss experiments. I mean, everything is a practice. So you have to practice fasting. You don't just fast and be good at it. You have to practice, because sometimes you're good at a fast, sometimes you fall off, then you got to recover. And it's just like with the carnivore diet, I found out that I can eat as much meats and fats as I want. I'm not gaining any weight, which is amazing. I mean, that blew me away, because I'm a gluttonous type eater. I can just eat and eat and eat. If I had 3 ribeye steaks here, I would eat all 3. Not a problem. But the benefit to that is I know that now that those 3 ribeye steaks, even if I did eat them, I'm only gaining the poundage of whatever amount of meat that I'm eating. So like last night, I had 2 ribeye steaks, so that's over 2 pounds of meat. So yeah, naturally I'm going to gain 2 pounds, but then my body's going to start absorbing all that meat. It's going to be used, efficiently. It's not like when I was eating crap food, where my body didn't know what to do with all the seed oils and all the crap. I mean, it was just, that's how I became morbidly obese. was I was eating a lot of garbage food. I was eating a lot of candy, a lot of sugar. And I mean, just because the sugar takes you out of ketosis didn't necessarily mean you're going to gain weight. It just means that you're going to hold on to a lot more than you really care to. And if you keep doing that day after day after day after day, yeah, of course you're going to get up to 400 pounds over a period of time. And then if you don't exercise too, I mean, exercise isn't the answer to end all, to losing weight. I used to think it was until I started this journey, and then I found out, like, wow, I really, there's a lot of truck drivers out there that are just like me, that hopefully, they might hear my voice at some point and realize, like, wow, you can sit there behind the wheel and lose weight every single day. It's just all the crap food and the truck stops are screwing you up. I mean, it's just absolutely insane, the food that's out there now. I don't believe or disbelieve in herbal. I just don't partake in it, James, is all. There's a lot of science that goes into herbs. And if you don't have the time to really put into it, and you're just believing a couple people that tried this for a little bit, and then you get involved in it, then you're really not doing yourself a favor at that point. Losing weight is winning. Let's see, that's a tomahawk steak, man. Being a truck driver, occupational hazard for weight gain. I used to think so too, Ron. But now, I'm at the height of my career. I'm over 20 years, over 2 decades behind the wheel of a big truck. And I'm at the height of my career right now. I feel better than ever. I'm working circles around the younger generation, the 20-year-olds. I feel like I'm 30 again. I mean, I'm able to get up and down off of trailers without a problem. I surprise myself every single day when I'm at work now, because there's so much more that I can do that I couldn't do, a year and a half ago, where I wouldn't dream about climbing up into a dry van trailer and then thinking about getting out on an icy floor and being safe and not hurting myself. Let's see. I work in a metal yard, and we have these big giant metal bales. Well, one of these bales fell off a pile. It rolled under my trailer. And we tried getting a little claw machine around the side of the trailer, getting it. Couldn't get a grab at it. It's just like, don't worry about it. I'll just move it out with my winch bar. It was about 500-600 pounds, metal bale. No problem. Just got under there with my winch bar, used some leverage, moved it around, wiggled it around, got it out from under my trailer. And the guys there at the yard were like, how did you get that out of there? Because it was under the trailer. It was right under the trailer. It wasn't wedged under the trailer, but it was under there. It was awkward. I didn't hurt my back. I don't even think I strained a muscle trying to move a 6 to 800 pound bale of metal. I didn't strain a muscle. I didn't feel anything. I just went down there and just kind of fiddled around, and it popped out of there. No problem. Weird. Now, the funny thing is, Ron, okay, so when I started the carnivore diet, I did start going to the gym for a little while. The gym's really not sustainable for me. For one, my gym has weird hours. I work weird hours as a truck driver, so I couldn't make the gym a sustainable part of my life. Sustainable part of my life. So I stopped going. But when I was going, my very first time getting back on the elliptical, and this is like not being on an elliptical for 5 years, I think, 4 or 5 years. But I got on it. I ran the first 15 minutes without a problem. Now, we're not talking like super hard mode, but the fact that I got on that machine, I think I did a half an hour the first run. But yeah, it's like 2 miles. I don't remember what I did. A mile, maybe 2 miles. But I did it. I wasn't straining anywhere. I wasn't having a hard time breathing. My heart wasn't too high. My recovery blood pressure was great, even after I stopped. And that's amazing. The cardiovascular benefits just of the carnivore diet in itself, it's just leaps you light years ahead. Then I found out one day when I had a bunch of frozen gravel in one of my semi-end dumps. I had over 7-8 tons of frozen gravel in a semi-end dump. Not only did I have to climb up in the back of this very tall dump box trailer, yeah, I had to shovel all that frozen dirt out. And it was cold that day. It was like 10 or 20 degrees. And there was so much gravel in there. I shoveled it. I shoveled a lot of it. And by the time I went out to, you know, lift the bed up to dump it out, it had froze again. So I had to shovel the same gravel out several times because it would freeze. So I'd have to go in, shovel a little bit, run outside, dump it up, let it fall out. I had to do that like 4 or 5 times. And I did that, no problem. I came home the next day. I wasn't sore. None of that. It felt great. Had my heart rate up. Yeah, everything was amazing. Let's see, Dawn. I went from 315 to 260. Awesome. Size 52 to 44. That's amazing, Dawn. Dawn, I started out, I think I was 55 waist, maybe a 60 waist. But I'm guessing around 55 inch. It was big. The largest pair of Carhartts that I could buy from the store, I think, are 55s. And those are bibs. Those are, you know, bibs because I couldn't really fit in pants correctly. But I'm down to a 36-inch waist now in a year and a half. I mean, that's awesome. But yeah, congratulations, Don. I'm so happy to hear about that. Let's see, I'm doing the weights to break the stall. That's the problem I found early on when I was trying to mix in weights with weight loss, because my ultimate goal at that time was weight loss. It wasn't so much getting fit, getting healthy. And then when I mixed in with the weights, I started gaining weight pretty quickly because as soon as you stress out the muscles, yeah, of course you're gaining a little bit of muscle mass, but ultimately you're gaining a lot more water weight quickly because you're stressing out different parts of the body, and the body's going to want to retain a little bit more water because it's not sure what we're doing to it. So, yeah, chances are that you're going to gain some weird water weight in some ways. That was the only thing that got me away from the weights early on. I see, my friend, I am a retired UPS driver, 40 years. My best friend is a FedEx driver, 4 years till this retirement. He struggles with his weight. Hard. If you are not trying, you're dying. Keep it up. That's the beautiful thing about this run is I haven't been trying that hard. I mean, it's just, I make, you know, weekly attempts and I just try. I'm not trying hard. I mean, some weeks I fail. No problem. Okay. There's next week. I'll do better next week. That's just the mentality I have moving forward. It's just been a giant stepping stone for the last year and a half or more of just one weight loss type challenge or one eating strategy or one fasting strategy for a 5-day period. And then when I get to the weekend, whatever happens on the weekend happens on the weekend. No big deal. You know, there are times in this weight loss journey I have had traditional pizza. I kind of enjoyed it. There were other pizzas that I used to have. This cauliflower pizza I used to buy at Costco. It's a keto-friendly type pizza. It does have a little bit of cuckapoo in the ingredients. But my point is, I was using that pizza to get me over the pizza addiction that I currently had. I still do, by the way. I still have a pizza addiction. But my point is, it was a ketosis-friendly pizza idea. Just cauliflower pizza from Costco, whatever on it. I could eat the entire pizza and still be in a calorie deficit. That was one thing I liked about it for that point, because I'm the guy that I'll sit down, you give me a pizza, I'll eat the whole thing. That's mine. That's my pizza. I'm going to eat that. And then I'm going to want some of your pizza, and then that person's pizza over there, and then that person's pizza over there. I'm going to want some of theirs too, and I'll talk you out of it somehow. But I ate that pizza, one of those after coming back from Nome, after doing a beef, bacon, butter, and egg challenge. I was so sick. I will never, ever eat another one of those cauliflower pizzas again because I felt like trash. I mean, I felt like trash, like I just ordered Domino's pizza or something from pizza, like a pan pizza from Pizza Hut. I felt that trashy. And then I mixed it with Taco Bell and McDonald's. I mean, I felt horrible. I felt horrible after that. So that's one pizza I will never consume again, is a cauliflower pizza. But it's just because my gut is over it. It's over the need for cauliflower. It's over the need for, you know, specific things. Let's see, I'm not talking about you, my friend. I'm trying ahead. I lost a tremendous amount of weight. Okay. You love to eat, you have to do what you love. Celebrate good times. yeah, I just got to be careful, Ron. When celebrating or when enjoying myself, I have to be careful. Not to make it a habit. That's the biggest part of being careful. I mean, it's okay. Like I had a little bit of Halloween candy after Halloween. Okay, not a big deal. But as long as you're eating, I found out, as long as you're eating a lot, meat based, like a ribeye steak, 4 eggs, a couple reindeer sausage, for instance, some bacon, some ham, eat pretty heavy, high fatty red meats, a lot of protein. After that, you can eat a little bit off scale stuff from time to time and not do any damage to yourself at all. For one, you're not making it a habit. That's what makes it work a little bit better. I've tried so many different eating experiments, with food, like timing. Like, okay, does it matter if you eat your meat before you eat your trash food, or if you eat your trash food before you eat your meat? And for some reason, you get a lot more benefits if you eat a big, healthy, meaty meal and then you eat your garbage food afterwards. Like, say you wanted to have ice cream for dessert. You're going to metabolize that sugar a little bit differently. I don't know the science, but my point is that when it's put to the test and I've done it, it does work. I mean, it does work, and I'm just speaking from experience. It works. It makes no sense, but somebody out there knows the how and the why. And but yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Wow, we're already gone into an hour on this stream. We're done. This stream is done really well. Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You keep me talking. But yeah, let's see what happened here. Oh, let me know how that goes, Dawn. I want to know if you can, if you actually do break your weight loss stall, with lifting weights, because I haven't had any luck, lifting weights and then trying to break a weight loss stall. I find the more I exercise, I'm going to naturally gain some more weight quickly, anywhere from 10 or 15 pounds. So if I were to go start an exercise routine right now, where I was stressing myself out, I'm going to gain a little bit, but a lot of that's going to be water retention. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. You're addicted to ice cream, Don. I touched the sore spot there. Don, I used to be like Ben and Jerry's man. Like, I used to love going to the store, getting those Ben and Jerry's ice creams, and I would eat the whole pint. Sometimes I'd eat 2 pints, but yeah, I had a hard time with ice cream. But I had a hard time with a lot of things. Chocolate chip cookies. Those things destroy me. I mean, fresh baked chocolate chip cookies is hard to say no to. I mean, I don't care how long you've been doing something, doing it correctly, it's still hard. You just smell it and it's like, whew. That was one thing I noticed when I was fasting really hard, that 5-day water fast. So about day 3 or 4, I noticed I could smell food like 2 blocks away. It was the weirdest experience I ever had. I could smell stuff from down the road. I knew if they were using butter. I knew if they had sugar in it, or if there was like the slightest hint of chocolate in there. Yeah, you could smell like all the ingredients. The pizza places would just drive me crazy driving by them. I could smell them from 2 blocks away. I mean, it's just amazing how your senses are heightened when you're fasting. Let's see. Rich Plana used to do a pint of BJ a night, and then he had a heart attack. Ouch. That's a hard way to do that, whiskey thief. But yeah, I mean, I was a walking heart attack when I got started. I couldn't believe that I didn't have a heart attack or a stroke or something else, because I was in such bad shape. You'd go to Aldi's and eat 1 or 2 a day. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. When I smell cookies or donuts in a coffee shop, it turns my stomach now. Yeah, a lot of these, I used to be addicted to those coffee shop coffees. Here in Alaska, we have just a lot of these little coffee stands. They're not like coffee shops. They're little huts that you drive up to in your car. Super convenient. I abused the heck out of them for a good 10 years or so. I don't remember how many thousands of dollars I probably accumulated in the amount of coffees I had. But some weeks I was spending, $100 to $200 a week just going to buy coffee every day. Once I figured up the math, because some days I would buy 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, and they're like $7 or $8 a cup of coffee, full of sugars, full of all kinds of syrups, a lot of flavors and sweeteners. Delicious, delicious stuff. But and then I was complaining about the cost of eating healthy. Oh, I can't afford to eat healthy, dude. I've just spent like $200 last week on coffee, and I'm complaining that I can't eat healthy. Now I buy an entire ribeye, the whole bulk piece of ribeye. I spent about 200 or something dollars on it. That's my food for like 2 weeks. Like I can make 16 steaks, out of one of those $200 ribeyes. And then I just cut it up into steaks however I like it. Put them in the freezer. And then that's about 16 days worth of food, depending on if I eat 2 steaks in a day like I did last night. So tonight was only 1 steak. I like to keep it right at 1 steak. But yeah, just amazing. The amount of money that I used to spend at the grocery store, used to spend at the Quickie Marts, In and Out, the amount of money I spent on nicotine and cigarettes and vaping products. And then I complained about, well, the cost of meat is so high. Well, it's not that high if you don't buy all that crap. I mean, it's really affordable. And I've been doing this for right around $15 a day. Eating only meat and eggs and a little bit of sausage, mixing it up, because it's good to have a mixed plate with different proteins on there. It keeps you excited. It keeps you wanting to have it again tomorrow. And then after a while, and it took a little bit, but this is all I want to eat. I mean, it's really all I want to eat. I get excited about coming home and making a steak. I get excited about eggs. I get excited about, the reindeer sausage that I like to eat. Just eat bacon, beef, butter, and eggs, fish, and water. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Don. I mean, if you just keep it that simple, or at least the majority of your life like that, there's so many people would be so far ahead of the game. You spend $800 a month on coffee house coffee. You could hire a personal trainer, man. Yeah, I mean, I could have totally run. I mean, at times I did have personal trainers in my life. They didn't do me any good because they were telling me to eat all the wrong foods. And in their mind, because a lot of these trainers, they're just programmed to be really strong on the vegetables. And when the vegetables were what was hurting me, and I didn't start losing weight until I got rid of the vegetables. So once I got rid of the majority of almost all the vegetables, a lot of like 90% of the fruits that I used to eat. But now that I've stopped my focus on that and I eat mainly meats, I mean, the weight's coming off. The weight just melts off. The inches just melt off the body. Unexplainable inches loss. Even when weight loss doesn't happen, you're still losing inches in places. It's like you're already going to the gym, but you didn't even step foot in a gym. Let's see. Meat, eggs, butter, and salt, water, coffee. Yeah. Eating for 370 days. Right on, Gary. Good job. There are those rare cases, Maria, where people have a hard time losing weight on carnivore. So far, a lot of the personal people that I've talked to in my own life, people that I know that say that they're doing the carnivore diet, once you break it down and they say they can't lose weight, I find out a lot of them really aren't doing the diet. Either that or they're overcomplicating the diet with too many variables, too many ingredients. Even spices can be a problem. The wrong type of spices. Like black pepper for me. That was one that threw me way off. I had a hard time with black pepper. I don't know why. I've been using black pepper all my life. But then somebody mentioned that black pepper is a seed, and some people have an adverse reaction to black pepper. But we've had so much black pepper in our life, it's like just second nature. Salt, pepper, okay? Well, just simple things to try to remove. See if that helps you out, Maria. Hopefully it does. Are you consuming any fiber in this diet? Not a lot. Once in a while I might have some fruit. Once in a while I might have kind of a neutral vegetable. But seriously, fiber is not anything that's on my radar as a necessity. I can't build muscle either by doing weights. Weird. Can't build muscle. Huh. Now, I've never had any problem in my life building muscle. Um, Now, if I was going for like bulking and stuff like that, I'd be adding some carbs, maybe some natural type sugars, honey, uh, regular cane sugar, but I wouldn't be going for anything high fructose related. If I was trying to actually bulk up and gain some weight, yeah, some carbs, simple carbs. You don't need to overcomplicate things by messing it up too bad. Let's see, you could have just gotta be leanish to notice small muscle gains. But the thing is, since I started the carnivore diet, when I was 435, I was really strong. I am just as strong as I was when I was 435. I'm just in a smaller chassis now. I mean, it's just so. I haven't really lost any strength. If anything, I've gained strength because, since I've lightened up the weight, I'm able to move a little quicker, more frequently, and more naturally. So everything just comes that much quicker. I mean, I was surprised at how swollen my head was, because this face was like that much bigger. It was big. I mean, it was really. I can't even puff it up to what it used to look like. My face was so big, and my neck hurt all the time because I had a fat head. There. If you're morbidly obese, your head is swollen. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of water going on up here. It's not all fat. It's just a lot of it's water. Your head's swollen. It's messing your brain up. You can't think correctly. And most people that are morbidly obese, they just think they think correctly. And they trust me. I thought so too. I didn't think correctly. And then once you start the carnivore diet and the brain fog goes away, it's like difference between night and day. All of a sudden you can think. You can do stuff. You can have tons of responsibilities. And it's not a stressor anymore. It's just a ton of responsibilities. Like today, I had like 4 or 5 different projects going on all at the same time. I had a flood of emails coming into my phone. I'm trying to take care of my own health benefit type stuff. The system's not working correctly, and I'm fine all day. I'm fine. I was frustrated, yeah, because there was something wrong, and it wasn't on my end, but there was something wrong, and it just happened to be some information wasn't already in the computer for me to get to where I needed to go because you have to have everything in there, and it's just like whatever. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about the carnivore diet is you just stop stressing about a lot of stuff that used to stress you out. Your kid's crying, your cat's having a problem, your dog's. Where is my dog? Oh, she's over here. She's fine. She hasn't passed away, thank goodness. We love our dog. But yeah, I mean, she was having a moment a couple days ago. We thought we were going to have to put her down then, but she's kind of recovered. So now that's good. I don't want to put my dog down at all, ever. We love our dog. You sound like you're doing fine as long as you're seeing your doctor for your blood work. Yeah, I mean, pooping is great, Ron. Let's see. The doctor even asked me that. It's like, hey, how's your poop? And I said, amazing. I mean, better than when I was eating vegetables and I wasn't able to poop because all the fiber was making me constipated and irritable. And then, see, that's the funny thing about vegetables, oxalates, and fiber. So the oxalates gave me kidney stones. The too much fiber at times would make me extremely constipated. Couldn't poop. I always thought it was the cheese. It wasn't the cheese. Yeah, too much fiber because they were, a high vegetable diet. Plus they were wanting me to eat more fiber. Wasn't helping. That really made me a mess. I almost had to go to the doctor and have poop surgically removed, and that wouldn't have been fun. Now, somebody claimed that they ate meat and couldn't poop and had to have, yeah, that's not how that works. It doesn't, I don't know anybody that's been like super constipated from too much meat. I mean, but then again, you have to have enough fat in the equation. I guess if you ate too much just protein, maybe yes. But yeah, so the vegetables, the fiber, everything was just binding me up. And then on other occasions, vegetables would do the opposite. They would loosen me up. And it would just be nonstop green diarrhea for, seemed like, a week at times. So yeah, once I got off all the veg and a lot of the fruits, everything improved. And I'm one of those, I was pre-programmed like almost everybody out there, thinking like, oh yeah, if I want to lose weight, I gotta go to the gym, I gotta get gym membership, I gotta exercise, I gotta ride my bicycle more, I gotta go for more walks. I'm never gonna lose any weight. You know, I can't afford the healthy food. Bunch of nonsense. Can't afford the healthy food. Man, with all the money I spent on the unhealthy food and all the money I spent on taking time off of work to go to the doctor from all the unhealthy food that I was eating, I mean, now I don't get sick anymore. And when I do get sick, I'm still able to go to work. That's really where we should be anyways. You know, that's great. Wow, it's only 5 o'clock. No way. Is it really? No way. Oh no, that clock is wrong. 6:22. I was like, ain't no way. That battery, oh yeah. Huh. Check this out. You got it. See a little minute hand. It's just click, click, click. Sorry about your luck. Yeah. So the battery died around that time. Now I need to change the battery. Ah, 10:22 there. What part of the world are you in, Don? 10:22. So yeah, that clock's pretty nice. I used to have a really, really nice clock in one of the houses I had, but it just fit the house so well. I just sold it with the house because it just looked like it belonged in that one particular spot over the doorway. Oh, New York. Okay. Yeah, I grew up in New Hampshire. I do not miss that part of the world. I spent a lot of time in New York, upstate New York, uh, New York City, Long Island, New York. That's another world. Most people don't even know it exists. Long Island, they've heard about it. They've just never been out to Long Island, like just gone. Like we're going across the bridge and we're going out through Long Island. It's a total another world. You don't even feel like you're in New York anymore. It's amazing. 10:22 in Ontario. Right on. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You gotta go do stuff. You know, I always forget that part. I'm surprised my battery hasn't died because I don't think I really took care of my battery before I started the stream. But the beautiful thing about live streams is I can be mobile and walk around. And this is what we did in here. Okay. There's the Christmas tree. There's the aftermath. Got all the stockings hung up over there. Oh, I got the wife a new chair on Black Friday. So that way she stops taking that one. But yeah, I got her this new chair so she can sit down and work on her videos while I'm over here working on my videos. Then we got all the new pictures framed and hung up on the wall. We had a bed here, so we flipped the bed up for now because we got the tree and put the bed back there. So yeah, living room's a little cramped. I think my dog wants to go out. Hey, you go potty? You go out? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Out. No? Ugh. Come on. Let's go. Go potty. Come on. Well, you better not go potty in the house. I'll be mad. Let's go. Nope, she don't want to go. All right. Well, okay, guys. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do. I got to clean my air fryer. I probably cleaned my air fryer more than I cleaned my car anymore. But anyhow, I got to get my air fryer all cleaned out. Clean up the basket, put stuff away. Go take a shower, get ready for bed. And 90 miles north of the city. That's a pretty good distance away on the East Coast. On the East Coast, like anything over 50 miles, just to them, that's a long way away. I remember that growing up as a kid. Like 50 miles just seemed like forever. But as soon as you move further west, 50 miles just seems like around the corner. And then like even up here in Alaska, 50 miles, yeah, that's just over there to Wasilla, not that far away. But okay, guys, I'm going to cut the stream here. I appreciate everybody that showed up. If anybody's interested in losing weight, how I'm losing weight, yeah, subscribe to the channel, check it out. I talk about this stuff every week. I try to get on here and do live streams, talk a little bit more about my experience with weight loss. And I'm just talking from my experience. I'm not talking like, hey, you got to do this in order to lose weight. That's not how any of this works. Losing weight is simple. It's just doing weekly experiments, seeing how it goes. Sometimes you lose weight, sometimes you don't. But if you don't try stuff, yeah, you're never going to find out. So, all right, just always open the door to new concepts and new things. You don't have to go down the Ozempic path if you don't want to. So far, it doesn't seem to be working out quite as they planned for a lot of people. There's some problems around Ozempic, so just be careful when you're looking for those miracle drugs. But all right, God bless. And yeah, hopefully I'll get a video done this weekend and upload it over the weekend, and I'll let you know how that interview goes. But have a good night, and we'll see you next time.